Hi guys, again, doing a little review of what we went over in CAP classes this morning. So last video we went over kind of the details in the stack pass. Today we're going to go over what happens, ways that I can start clearing if they start posting on my hip, and how I can transition that into a crucifix position and start looking to attack. So I'm looking to pass Brian, I go for my double unders. Again, I'm clearing those elbows out. I'm connecting and controlling his legs, and I'm bringing his hips in. Right? I want that total control. I'm not gonna sacrifice any of these steps to rush through my pass, okay? I wanna make sure that in anything that I'm doing, by the time I finish passing Brian, he's gonna feel miserable. He has to give up a little bit so that I can make another move. I can take another step further than he wants me to. So from here, my head comes up, I connect the upper body with this grip, my elbows up, and I get that table, okay? Again, my pass is dropping my hip and just making it suck for Brian the entire time, right? Connecting the whole way. But what we'll get oftentimes is Brian framing on that hip, right? Making it tough for me to drop my hip to finish and come through. Okay, we first want to make sure I put some weight into that frame. I make Brian connect. This will give me an opportunity. Maybe I can pop my hip and clear it. Maybe I can fold it over. But instead, I'm going to take my inside knee, and I'm just gonna circle the staple, okay? From here, I can look to just finish my pass. Drop my chest, keep my shoulders parallel with the mat, and finish on top of Brian. But what this provides me with an opportunity is Brian's frame is giving up this inside space, so it gives me an opportunity to look for an attack. So off of my stack, Brian frames. I'm going to bring my knee through, and off the bat, I make sure that this knee staples the mat, my hips get heavy, and I pin Brian's arm to the mat, and I keep this heavy. From here, I'll let go of my cross face, and I'm going to bring that arm around all the way to his hips. Okay? From here, I'm going to take Brian and pull him all the way. So if we're drilling this, let's make sure that our training partners understand they're filling this space. So I want Brian's head over here so he's not going to get stacked. In competition, I'm worried less about his neck, but if we want to learn and get better, let's make sure we're keeping our training partners safe. I come arms in, elbow in, and I'm going to pull Brian right over the side. Okay? Again, I'm pinned here. Ryan's gonna have a hard time getting that arm out, and I cover hip, so if he tries to move away, I've got him covered, and I cover shoulder. From here, we're gonna look to enter into our crucifix. So I'm gonna take my outside foot that I have posted, and I'm gonna come good flexed feet, and I'm gonna look to ideally get my toe to my knee. Okay? I'm driving forward. From here, I get my seatbelt grip, and I don't want to just pull Brian's weight here, especially he's got his hips low. It's going to be tough to pull. So instead, I'm going to take my knee and I'm going to drive, almost like I'm taking a shot out the direction here. Brian's knees come up, and my foot is still connected to his arm, right? So if we come in here, my toe is to my knee, and my foot is over Brian's bicep. So I drive forward, and now I'm dropping to my butt, coming to my back. From here, I have this foot connected, and I make sure my top leg is covering. I'm going to bring this over the top, and my bottom leg X's. I can scoot out to the side, and I've got my crucifix position. From here, we've got a few different finishes. I can come down to the wrist, X. Now, extend my hips, the arm bar. I can come in, look for chokes, look for chokes, look for chokes. Okay, sorry, Brian. So, from here, when I come to choke and bring the arm behind, a lot of times they'll defend really well by just pulling their arm in, right? I'm here. So instead of just trying to fight an arm wrestle with Brian, I'm gonna take my hand and I'm gonna connect it to the back of my head. Right? So I'm not just using muscle to keep him here. I comb my hair, and now I've got my hand. So as Brian pulls my arm away, my head keeps it here. And the moment I feel him let up that tension, now I can let go. I chop behind the head, finish my choke. Okay. So one more time, we'll get some details in the leg position. In, pull the hips up. I go for my stack pass, and Brian posts. Again, he gives me the space here. In, and I'm pinning, knee down. Let go of my cross face. I cover those hips. Where now, I don't even give Brian the opportunity to start rolling. I close my elbow off and pull it in. Elbow comes in. Leg is stapled. Again, if I need to come up a little bit, I'll get my toe as close to the knee as I can. I grab my seatbelt grip and we're driving towards my knee to lift my opponent's hips up. I keep my foot flexed to make sure that as I roll, Brian's not bringing that arm out. Again, top foot closest to the head, over the arm first, bottom foot here. Okay, this is going to make it a lot harder for Brian to start looking to get his arm out of that crucifix position, as if I have that bottom leg where he's got a little bit more play with his elbow here, right? If I keep a tough point, or a tight grip, Brian's got a little bit more grip, and it's going to be harder for me to finish in an arm bar or anything like it would be from this position. My hips in. Chokes, chokes, chokes. Okay. Hope that helped out. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments.